Top 10 romantic talent movies that make you want it.
มีแฟนยัง
คะ
มีแฟนหรือยังพี่โอ
But wait, if you're watching this video, you should subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out our next update. Guaranteed, you will not lose.
ถ้าวันหนึ่งแทนอยากจะขอมีนแต่งงานอะแทนจะทำไง
แทนว่า ตุ้ยท้องแล้วพาหนี
Senior. A pair of detective buddies from two different dimensions team up to solve a murder that took place half a century ago. One of them is Aditi, a grade 12 high school student of the convent boarding school. The other is the spirit of a senior student of the school. Aditi and the senior take up the investigations in order to find a real murder. They dig up evidence and locate witnesses, and along the way, they encounter man, woman, as well as a vengeful spirit that try to stop them from finding the truth. At the same time, Aditi has to find out the true identity of her body. Who is the senior?
รุ่นพี่ว่าเราสัมผัสกันได้เปล่าอะ
Cat a web. An assistant commercial starter gets a big break when he has a chance to direct a commercial with a cat. But when a student trainee lost a cat, everything falls apart very quickly.
มีแฟนยัง
คะ
มีแฟนหรือยังพี่โอ
One day. This is a story about IT worker called Dane Chai who doesn't get along with his coworkers well. He falls in love with one of his coworkers, who he thought was different from other called Nue. Apparently, the person is a daughter with her boss who is already married. Then one day, they all went to a trip to Japan, and at the end of the trip, Nui decided to commit suicide due to recently discover that her boss will not get divorced with his wife but failed, and resulted in her losing her short-term memory for a day. Then Chai then decided to put his opportunity to good to use to telling Nui that they are in love. Satellite 20. Point is a stubborn old woman in her 70s whose only pleasure in life is to brag about her son, who is single-handedly rise to be a professor. One day, she learns that her son is planning to send her off to a nursing home. While wandering the street in shock and grave disappointment, she is drawn to a mysterious light and walks into a photo studio called Chaya Lumbrek. She put on a makeup for the first time to get a portrait take, but when she leaves, she's shocked to see her reflections. Skin fair and supple and slender features, she's got back to the vibrant 20-year-old young woman again. With no one recognizing her, she sees it as a second chance at life and decides to take advantage of her newfound youth that she never got to enjoy in her old days.
แทงแล้วนะ
ฉันกลัวเจ็บ
นิดเดียวนะจะรู้เหรอ โอ้ยไม่ได้เป็นอย่างที่เองคิดนะ
You and Me XXX. A very dramatic on the manga and movies about Boku to Kanojo no XXX, born with an aggressive girl named Pig who had a crush on. However, Pig lacks bone and wishes to play soccer with him. After eating cupcakes made by Pig, she and Pong switch bodies. Pig used this as a chance to get close to Buck as she can finally play soccer with him. Upwar. Bob and June, two app startup founders, are leading each other's of the teams to get the mobile applications off the ground and running. They meet each other at their favorite hideaway dinner played completely by chance, only to find that they have a lot in common and enjoy very same passions. The night is also inspiring that Bum and June individually create a launch their own applications, Infighter and Amjoin, with the same idea to find people in common. But when it comes to business, Rurikid's mean competitions. Bum and June become rivals. The national startup Thailand Lage is approaching, and they are struggling to win 100 million Thai baht prize. When stakes are high, Infighters and Amjoin end up sending a spy sneaking into the other team trying to gain the upper hand. But everything has its price to pay as the plane get out of controls and the relationship between the two are being jeopardized.
แล้วคุณอ่ะ
ผมชื่อบอม
ขอไลน์หน่อยดิ
7 days. A man's spirit wakes up in a different bodies every morning and she has 7 days to make his loved one understand how his love is.
ถ้าวันหนึ่งแทนอยากจะขอมีนแต่งงานอะแทนจะทำไง
แทนว่า ตุ้ยท้องแล้วพาหนี
Heartbeat. After his girlfriends pass away, Chai loses himself up from others and remain in his comfort zone. One day, he came across a Rubik's Cube with a message that has been left behind by his girlfriends asking him to solve it. Determined to uncover the meaning behind the Rubik's Cube, Chai travels to Chiang Mai and meet Nao Han, the daughter of guest house owner. After finding out the purpose of his visit, Nam Han volunteers to help him. Despite the age gap and completely different lifestyle, the young and carefree Nao Han has managed to bring Chai out of his cell and made him do the things that he never considered doing before.
พี่ชายมาเชียงใหม่บ่อยไหมอยากให้หนูพาไปไหนบอกได้เลยนะคะ ปกติหนูเป็นไกด์ให้แขกอยู่แล้วกินอะไรเพิ่มอีกปะทอดมัน
อมน้ำมันอ่ะ
ลูกชิ้นปิ้ง
บอกหลักเยอะ
โตมาไงเนี่ยลูก
Love battle. Then an actuary guy who even calculate romantic relationship comes up with a new insurance policy called Love Insurance after being heartfully betrayed by his girlfriend. It is an insurance that guarantees the policy holders 100% returns of the payment with 30% of interest if they don't break up for 2 years after signing the contract. London Sweeties. A humor-filled story of a group of Thai people in London with the lack of lineage ability, chaotic but fun love stories await. Finally, among these 10 dramas, how many have you watched? Let us know in the comments below. Take care and I will see you on the next video.